Guys, I fixed it. I think it's going to work. I've edited my INI, I've installed a couple of mods, I've changed the settings, and now I can see the enemies in Sturmovik. At least I could this morning. Even got a couple of kills. I played alone. And it seems the game is now playable online, even without labels of any kind. So, without wasting further time... Ah no, I still have to start the chat window. Wait. One little important detail. One little great detail. What's this? I forgot something. This goes here. I fixed it. I also installed the VR mod that I used to use some time ago. That gives you some extra zoom levels that are actually on par with the ones you have without VR. So it's only fair, in my opinion, to use it. Hi, the Kultos Kval. Thank you for commenting my post. I'll come and read your comment, even though unfortunately I cannot read it in VR. I only have a chat box for my own share. This goes here. I have to move it downward. Let's see what he wrote to me. I mean, we're here. I haven't started yet. The Kultos Kval. He likes the Mate 262. Let's see what he said. What about me? I don't know what he means. Hi, please comment the video, not the share, so I can read you. And that's it. Okay, now we can start. Battle Stalingrad, Modalità Steam VR. Okay, let's also see if the friend from yesterday is online, because it was enjoyable to play with him. Our Norwegian friend from yesterday's stream. He's also the one that suggested me one of the applications I installed. The one that adds a lot of clarity to the game. So I'd like to thank him. It's especially important in VR where the resolution is lower and... but I see he's not online yet, no. Well, I'll check Discord from time to time. Let's also go into the combat box. Well, let's wait to see first if I actually do play on combat box. If I do, I'll also join the channel. But I'm not starting the other program, what's his name, the old one, TeamSpeak, because it makes my game terribly jerky. I don't know what the problem is. That program is a resource hog, to say the least. And why don't I have priority? Here it is, multiplayer. Centering the view. So I think, no, it should go, it should work. I thought I was a bit too close to the printer, but actually I'm not. So you will see what difference it makes. It's a huge difference. Also these days it's full of people. Look at this, 43 people. I think the game has sold a lot during the holidays. He's responding to my post, but he's responding on the share. Hey man, no, thank you for your comments, but I cannot read it like this. I thank you again, but you would have to comment the stream itself if you want me to respond. I'm not going back to Facebook again. We'll never make progress if I do. Okay. Let's see which squad needs another person. I won't choose the plane beforehand. So I'd like to fly this, for instance, but we'll see what they need the most. Takes a little more than War Thunder to load, but it also looks better, so I guess it's warranted. Even with the lower details it does. Necessary due to the fact that I'm also streaming and playing in VR and using a double overlay, but that's all necessary, otherwise it wouldn't work as well. So maybe if we unzoom the view a little. This is the German map, I think. It should be the Ardennes offensive. Actual Operation Bodenplatte, if I'm not mistaken. No, never mind that, I see Russian names in the airfield, so... Well, let's start from it said... Well, now it's too late. I wanted to check which team needed me, but with so many people it's not going to make all that difference. In any case, it was the Germans. But now I cannot switch. 16 people on this very airfield, it's a lot, it's a lot. Let's start with something I know well, the LA3. The LA3, which I will also... Well, I can break the rockets, I mean, maybe we'll find some ground targets. Convergence 440 is good to me. Fuel, full assortment, okay. Also, you need a lot of fuel here. The targets are much farther than they are in War Thunder, of course. It's a more realistic game in many aspects. It's loading up. Already I see action on the airfield. You see the contrast, it's got much more contrast. In VR it was terrible, it was all washed out, you could see nothing. And that's one of the two differences that I think will help us today. Let me also open a bit the throttle because otherwise it doesn't start. It should be starting. I'll also close the canopy so we don't hear the terrible sound coming from that PA2. And it's starting alright. Yeah. And what else? Well, I'll show you once I'm in there. The other big difference. For now, let's just take off. Releasing the brake. Look at him. Well, it's of course not going to taxi. He goes straight to the runway. I think I'll do the same. It seems like the safest option. They have to increase the... Yeah, I have to increase the RPM. And let's try to keep this thing straight. The LA3 doesn't have a tail wheel that is lockable, so it tends to require a certain soft touch with the controls, well, especially the rudder during takeoff. Of course, you also see almost nothing straight ahead, so if a guy spins his plane, we're going to actually hit him straight on. I hope he doesn't, and I hope I don't either. That's the runway, right? Yes. Should be able to take off soon. Even taking off is scarier than wartime. It's not accelerating though. What's the problem? Ah, the mixture. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't. It's like it's not calibrated. Since I have the mixture on an axis, you have to move it a bit. Then you put it back forward and you are 100% mixture. So I bet he wasn't taking off because a 0% mixture. He moved even too much. Where's the gear? And we're already pointing towards the action. So the other big news compared to yesterday's quite difficult session is that now we can actually zoom, and we can zoom, and we cannot. No, wait, I have to set another application. I can do it still. I will just put the plane at altitude, level it out, and then go and start it. Because as you can see, the zoom you have by default, yeah, well, it zooms, but it doesn't zoom enough, especially for VR, to actually identify planes. So what I did was install this, the speed is too low, this famous application which is called VR Migoto Mod, and it's very much used by the VR players, and it has a configurable level of zoom, so much configurable that actually it's used with your EPD, meaning the interpupillary distance. I had to fiddle a bit to get it to work well, but now it works very well, and I will show you soon. Let's open a bit the radiator so it doesn't overheat. Also reduce speed, still overheating. What the hell? Okay, the plan was leveled out, and I'm starting Joy to Key, which I use to map the controls of the zoom. Should already be, yeah. So what it does is that it actually lets you see far enough. In my opinion, it's only fair. VR players have a hard life enough as it is. Besides, it's not like the other players aren't using similar mods, even without VR, so in my opinion it's only fair. Let's gain some more altitude. I got 1002, 1200. I'm still climbing. This is a plane that climbs very well. It's what I always liked about the LA3. We will go and patrol the front lines, while being actually able, this time, I hope, to spot the enemies. It's going to do a lot of difference, I bet. At least in matters of principle, it should. It still isn't the easiest thing to spot planes in this game, though. In my opinion, there is something wrong with it. Even when they are in front of the clouds, where you should be in theory able to spot them, they tend to blend into the cloud behind. It doesn't make sense, unfortunately. But let's see how it is. I love the effect of the water. That's really missing from War Thunder. It's a cool thing to see, indeed. So no one is speaking in chat, but that's usual. Communication is always lacking. I see Kart is commenting a link. I hope he isn't commenting the actual video, because Kart, if you're commenting the share of the video, I cannot respond, but I will respond later in either case. And let's see. Well, of course, no communication whatsoever. That's typical. That's another problem. With War Thunder, you at least have the practical sayings which you use and signal your location and so on, and that helps a lot. Yeah, basically you're yourself against that, and unless you're playing with friends. But look at that, Look at that, already I have spotted a plane that I absolutely wouldn't have been able to see yesterday. Of course, if you zoom, it's going to get really jerky. And not only you can't see it thanks to the zoom, you can also tend to identify. It looked like a Russian plane to me, but I will fly in its direction. In any case, we'll be able to assist him or be assisted by him. It's completely disappeared. I guess it's realistic. I mean, it cannot be as easy as they make it in War Thunder to spot the enemy at a distance. Sometimes it's almost ridiculous. You see the planes before you spot them on radar. It's ridiculous. But in my opinion, here it's exaggerated in the other direction. At least for VR. At least for VR it is. Completely disappeared. Well, it's behind the clouds, I guess. Let's go. Towards him. Well, towards him, but not too much. Ah, he's going for the airfield. Maybe he wants to guard it. I will still go rather over the front lines and try. I'm also reading though. No, he's going there because a player is attacking the airfield. You see what he said? Airfield ammo dump destroyed. Airfield tower destroyed. Let's go towards the airfield too. The enemy attacked a military group. Takes cover in the square 0912. I cannot read the numbers of the square. Maybe with my nifty zoom I can. Not because they stay too much garbled. You have to actually zoom them up. No, I forgot the numbers. So the square 2 something. Was it 12? 12 something. But I think it's still relative to the airfield. Let's go towards the airfield. I love to check my 6 from time to time, because yesterday I omitted to do it and I was surprised a couple of times. You always should keep an eye also behind in this kind of situation. Here's another plane. Look at this. Look how it sticks out. In my opinion, it's perfectly realistic. Yesterday it wasn't like that. I can see them. What the hell? It looks like a Sturmovik, doesn't it? This time we know it's a Sturmovik, so I won't attack. Why do you always fly so low? Flight simulator players, why do you always fly so low? It doesn't make sense. It's typical, really. Looks like a Sturmovik to me. Well, in fact, I am also low. Let's go above 2500. That's something I wanted to use also here, and that I've learned well in War Thunder. I always used to fly too low also. It's a big temptation when you're playing what is after all a game. This is not real life. You're always looking for speed, for the feel of excitement, but it's stupid to fly low. It makes you very easy to hit. That looks... I don't know why he's flying towards the enemy, why he's smoking like that, but it's an LA3 just like mine. Hi Cody, I'll try. Thank you for coming back to the stream, thank you for your comment. I'm trying, this is a harder game than War Thunder, but I'm feeling confident today. Probably that guy was overeating, I don't know. It's the same thing I saw from the Norwegian friend yesterday. He kept smoking and we both asked why was it happening, and in the end his engine shut off, so I don't see him very much likely to actually reach the enemy, but I still follow, because by following maybe he will act as bait. He's so low, so smoking, I mean, thank you man. There's someone speaking in Morse alphabet, it seems. Well, as you see, communication is lagging, now people even speak in Morse alphabet. That's the coolest thing and also the most stupid. Yeah, he's having some problems. Well, look at the smoke. We should be almost at the airfield. Enemy group is to the right. I will take a look to see if I spot someone attacking the army group, but doesn't seem likely. How's my... well, maybe I can close the radiator a bit, like 70-80%. That's going to increase drag and also fuel consumption. There is no reason to do it. Ah, I still kinda see it. That's amazing compared to yesterday. I can see him. Here it is. That looks like a handcuff, doesn't it? It's a big twin-engine plane, I think. Possibly an enemy. Well, yes, it's certainly an enemy, because if it were Russian, what the hell would it be? No, unfortunately I cannot see it anymore. Branding system off. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I see it. You can see it's shimmering like in the light. That's probably realistic. I think that's the way you spotted planes. Is the guy attacking the airfield? Almost certain. Don't remember if these are a real turret, but I think they do. So I'll have to approach in short passes. To zoom so much sometimes doesn't help. Yeah, you tend to lose sight of it. And I crashed into the enemy plane. But I did get it, no? I did get it. Sorry, Draco. I'm one death, one kill. Well, it's a beginning. I would have been able to avoid it in Wartale. At least today we found the enemy and we did destroy the enemy, even though it destroyed us also. But the flight model is much harder. Yeah, I know, Cody. Thank you for the comment. Let's try again. This time I'll be more careful. And perhaps also choose a different plane. Can I use the American planes here? That would be cool. Not here. Not here. No, so we're going again with the Russians. This time I'll pick the other one, the other big one. The Yak-3 that I don't have actually. Maybe forse in the other airfield. No way I'm taking off in the I-16. That's really a handful to fly. It's only LA-3 or MiG. I guess it's an early scenario. Well, then I'll keep the LA-3. If you want to fly a fighter, these are the two only logical choices, and the LA-3 is by far the best one. Okay. Well, it's an improvement compared to yesterday, but we can improve it further. Certainly there is room to. Second attempt. This is the same guy. Here's the I-16. That's a funny plane. Look at the thing. It looks like something out of a Mickey Mouse cartoon, and also flies like it. To even take off in that takes guts, I can tell you. You're also completely exposed to the alerts. It's an open plane, basically. It's from the 30s. It was very outdated by the time of the war. Closing. But still powerful in its own right. Still powerful. It was heavily armed, for instance. Okay, it doesn't take long to start the engine of the LA-3. Let's go. This time we also increase the mixture properly. And I would like to follow a player, to tell you the truth. Yeah, the fact that you can see ahead, united with the lack of air control, is terrible, because here actually you can crash into things that are landing or taking off. You don't have the handy disabled collisions of War Thunder. I see he's already getting into the mood of flying very, very low, as usual. That's the PA-2, right? Look like a big plane. Here it is. I mean, things at a distance still don't look extremely good, because they sort of shimmer. I don't know, it's difficult to explain. Something that I see in VR only in this game. Probably I should increase the anti-aliasing, but you know what? It helps with spotting. This is already hard enough as it is. I wouldn't touch it after all. Did I raise the gear? No. Yeah, I had raised it. So I'll turn towards the airfield, even though it seems to be... Well, but maybe I can escort the bomber, you know. Well, the ground attack plane. Let's escort the ground attack plane. Overheating a bit. Okay. Engine management in the Russian plane is easy. Basically, you open the throttle and then you maneuver the radiator based on how much it's overheating. It's not like the Germans, where you have to be extremely careful. If you push it too much, it breaks. Yeah, it breaks very rarely, unless it overheats. I wanted to see if the Norwegian friend has come online. No, but we met later. Maybe we will come late during the stream. Okay. Oh, my friend, I'm already losing sight. No, I'm not losing sight, because today I can see. It's amazing. Here it is. And I see a big battle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planes. Look at that. The 3 white ones, whitish sorta, should be the Russians. And that's a German flying very, very high actually. Let's increase our altitude also. I can spot things at many kilometers. That seems like War Thunder almost. Finally. You cannot see them easily, but you can see them. And you can find the action. Yesterday was terrible. I was flying like 3 kilometers from them and they still didn't appear. Completely different story. Now I lost them again, but I know where they are. They are fighting above what is presumably the army group, okay. Flying now at 1600s. Let's try not to crash into the enemy this time. There's a guy with 30 air kills. How long have you been playing on this server? My god. Ah, they're from a clan, a squadron maybe. I don't know how they're called in this game. It does have an active community. There aren't many people, but they play all the time. They get very good at it. Because there's much to learn, like other playing games. Should be overflying the city of Panigino. Well, city, like a tiny village. The clouds are rendered much better than War Thunder. And also they actually work, because in War Thunder you see things through the clouds. It's a bit stupid to say the least. Here they actually hide you. And I guess I lost that bomber, but if I so down low, let's just go for the action and try to take part in it. I think I saw a glimmer of something. Fortunately, I lost them all. The enemy attacked the fortified. Takes cover in the square 06. The fortified? What does it mean? Let me unzoom the map a second. Ah, the fortified area. Okay, okay, here they are. Here they are. I bet it gets really jerky when I zoom, I'm sorry for it, but I think we cannot stabilize the VR image. Unfortunately, no one invented that technology. That's what we will need the most at the moment as VR streamers. Something that works like the stabilization technology of a GoPro. That would be a reason for you watch it, and also as who stream. That looks like a Sturmovik to me. But let's check it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It has a yellow tail. No, it's Russian, okay. That's not Russian. That's the same thing as before. It's a German twin engine. Okay, okay, we can do the same thing this time better. He's shooting the friend. Let's help him take him down. How dare you? Ora non Nakama. Oh, there's another one. Okay, I'll pretend I never saw it. Luckily it's not shooting me. What did he say? There's something red. Tank damage. Oh, damn it. And I think you're going down, buddy. Oh, oh! Tank complete. No, task completed. Okay. It got me distracted. I was afraid for a second. First kill of the day. Well, actually second, but the first one there I didn't die also. Should be reflected by my score. Strangely not. Oh god, they're shooting me. Oh! I'm wounded. I'm wounded. I can no longer hear. I can barely see. I hope it's not friendly fire. First engine damage. Now, if this were 110, probably I could call for help, but here that's not allowed. What is that? I can barely see. That looks German. Looks Russian to me, okay. No, it's not Russian. It's a Metu. It's a message, mate. Well, whatever is the number. What the hell? I could show them. Since the plane is still keeping to the air, even though it's damaged. Most of all, I'm the wounded part of the airplane. Luckily, I cannot feel the pain. And that's him. He's trying to put himself beside me. There's also another one. What the hell? What the hell? We'll fight to the last breath. At least try to. I think I'll just bleed out even before the plane gives in. Here he comes back. The wounds don't stop me. It's like the one I killed. Ooh, and I'm thinking that. But I got another kill. Even though I cannot see it. Did I get the assist on it? Boom! Straight to the ground. I think I got the assist. What does it say? When did I shoot it down? There's a lot of messages. That includes a penalty for firing on a friendly. That wasn't a Russian plane. Was it Russian? To me it didn't look Russian. No, because then I would have not just a penalty for shooting it, but for shooting it down. Was a hanker to me. Well, try again. I better not dwell in it. It felt like a kill to me. Close. Ah, you close it like this. Let's take off from the other airfield. Hi Scott, are you seeing how cool it is? Well, yesterday it was too hard. It was indeed too hard. I installed two things. One is the Berloga mod. I will show you. One is the Berloga mod. It's something that was born from speaking with a friend. Yesterday we were playing. It was terribly difficult. We couldn't spot anything. So we went to different ways. I went for VR to look in the forums and I found this. This is on the official forum of the game, so it's allowed, I think. There is no rule against it. It's a software that permits to set your saturation and whatever, and then it does the tweet zoom levels that actually come in par. You can also have several screens that tell you the different function of the plane and that, but most of all it lets you zoom. It lets you zoom properly, also in VR. It does a series of hotkey, which I've bound on how's it called? Joy2Key, here it is. I don't know if you know this app. And then I installed also this, Reshade. Now, Reshade is a program that lets you set gamma and contrast for all DirectX games, and also Vulkan games. And it works very well, indeed. There was a tutorial on YouTube. I will show you the tutorial. Why not? It was posted to me by the friend yesterday, which I was also expecting to play. Jack Rusty is his name. And this is the tutorial. It's called How to Increase Contact Visibility 2019. Go and watch it, because this is what I follow. It's an application you add to the game. Here it is. This is much less worrying in terms of fair play, because it doesn't change much actually. But it does help, especially in VR. Okay, let's take off again. And here's the yak. I wanted to take the yak. Like so. But really, guys, wasn't that a German plane? To me, it was German. It was the usual anchor. Okay, starting up. Mixture. RPM, I don't think. Yeah, you have to increase the RPM also in the yak. It's that little. Not the wheel, the actual knob besides the wheel, because the wheel is the radiator. No, the radiator is the wheel on the other side. Actually, they're inverted in my setup. Okay. Set the mixer to a full position. I already did it. No need for flaps. Who needs the flaps? What do I see there? Maximum throttle. And take off. Someone else incurred a penalty for shooting a fan. Didn't I get the kill in there? Oh, I did get it. That's a relief. That's a relief. I did shoot a German plane. That was a German plane, in fact. I don't know about these messages. In any case, we're at 2 kills, 1 death, so it's positive. It's positive. Let's go up from there. Taking off again. I'll head for the fortified area where all the action seems to be. In my opinion, such mods are necessary, otherwise in VR you're absolutely not able to play online. Absolutely. I tried yesterday. You can see nothing. You can have the planes like in front of you and they disappear. Oh my god, but I didn't close the canopy. I felt a little breeze. It was kinda fresh. Now we closed it, okay. This binocular overlay that I think you see as a circle in the stream video actually is only in one eye within that, so you see it. No, it's in both, never mind. It was originally, probably because I set it better now, I see in both eyes. Okay. Start the spotting, that's the hard part. Is that? No, the markings on the canopy. It's not enemies shooting. Well, until we pass the clouds, there's little we can see. What am I? 2002. I want to go higher. So I can dive and better be sniped by the enemy after the first attack. I should be still fighting above the fortified area. Task completed. Group of enemy troops in the square 0712. Nothing there. The team of the light counters fulfill the combat mission. It's necessary to prevent the enemy from destroying our target within 5 minutes. Well, we won. Okay. I did offer a contribution, even coming into the match late. Let's see if I can offer another within the next 5 minutes. Yeah, they are. I sold them for a set. Here it is. It's big, it's the same big German plane we shot down twice, I think. That's the Henkel, isn't it? I use drag, close the radiator. Here you are. Cannot tell. Yeah. Let's go below the cloud, lest I risk losing him. Today is Shankar season. Wait a second, are we sure it's the same thing? I'm not quite so sure. It's not the easiest thing to point these zoom at things. Because they move. It's friendly. That's Russian camo. It's the Pier 2. Okay, never mind. The enemy attacked the fortified. Takes cover. Strange message. It's the fortified area. Okay, let's turn back towards it. I bet he was coming back from having attacked it. Probably flying low to not attract attention. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, they are. That's the main combat. So, you have to be careful because it's very easy to miss one of the planes at altitude. I thought I was attacking one of the higher ones, but yeah, you can never be too sure. You see how they disappear, they're still hard to spot even like this. But you do spot them. I was smoking. Ooh! Okay, well, I guess it works also for them. They won't be able to see me either. Actually, we're not above the target. It's kinda strange. At altitude am I at? Slightly above 2000. Not really enough to feel safe, especially against German planes with their overpowered engines. We do have some time fight ability though in this plane, even if they surprise me, it's not over. Lost sight on everyone. The team of the Allied countries well, the mission is over, unfortunately. Our last chance to get a kill was when I spotted the Pier 2. Okay, they were around me somewhere, but even if I reached them, difficult would have been to shoot them. Starting a new mission, 42 seconds. I don't know if going... No, let's stay in the same server. When the mission starts, it's kinda cool, because everyone takes off at the same time. So, these are the things. These are pretty famous mod. I used to have it in the previous versions of the game. Then it stopped working. And I thought having the better headset it wouldn't be needed. But actually it is needed. You cannot absolutely see anything otherwise. That works perfectly. Can see the horizon line when zoomed in, he says. Thank you for your hard work. This guy has a problem to set it up. Starting, since it's loading, okay. The folder trimming all is also in the... No, it's just you overwrite a directory, a folder. It's run-of-the-mill mod installation. Is it actually starting though? My opinion it hung. There is no progress bar, no nothing. Usual buggy Okay, at least I was able to leave the queue, yeah? Let's try to join again. Shall we do some Berloga? Just to get into the mood. Some quick dog fights. Then we go back to a full scale mission. Shoot down one or two things. Let's see how many I can shoot down today, that I actually see them. In any case, there were like 40 people, then there were 15, so I'm not the only one who got booted from the game. There's something buggy there at work. I want to pick one of the American planes. I would like to fly with the Mustang, to tell you the truth. I haven't flown it much in this game, whereas I do love it in War Thunder. It's coming, it's coming. I think the Americans are on Dogfight West. Yeah, let's go with the Mustang. I don't know much about the engine management of this, but usually you don't have to do much engine management on this server. You just spawn, kill, die, and so on. Let's try to kill a bit before I die. And look at it. It's nice to be back in the Mustang. Been flying this so much in War Thunder. Doesn't have a boost level, right? No. So you have a combat mode, emergency mode. I presume they're also set by the RPM, right? Indeed. Better increase it and go into combat mode. We are into combat after. Probably it's rated for at least 10-15 minutes, but probably more. And let's see what we have in front of us already. I see big combat. Look at the tracers, how they stand out. It's completely different. Completely. This isn't the same Mustang we fly in War Thunder, by the way. It's the one from later in the war. I think it also has machine guns besides the cannons. We'll know once I shoot. Okay. That's a German shooting a Spitfire. No, it's a Jag, I think. Yeah, it's shooting a Jag. There's another one. They're both chasing you. I will try to save him. Well, don't go into emergency mode though. That's going to break your engine. Luckily they got him. What am I seeing here? That's another Jag. Maybe I interpreted the situation wrong. I was a friend in any case. It goes straight into emergency as soon as you increase the throttle. Strange, maybe you have to reduce the RPM and increase the throttle. Yeah, like 90%. And you can start 74 throttle and still combat mode, not emergency mode, because emergency mode probably will break the engine in minutes. It's for the emergency. That's a good question. I think it's the Jag from before, but I'm not so sure. Also, I have a handy rearview mirror. Let's use it. Actually, I see something in the rearview mirror. Several even have external view. And also, here it is. You even have padlock that lets you see. It's not very realistic, but others use it. It's weird. It's part of the gameplay. A bit like the engine trick of War Thunder. I don't think you can do it here. Each game has its little caveats that you have to accept for being competitive in multiplayer. What else was in behind me? And yeah, this feels like it has also machine guns. Because the RPM. Let's lower the flaps a bit. They... I don't know, they're lower because the message doesn't change. Then lower them a bit less. Well, to do turn fighting in this isn't the best idea in general. In fact, it's getting me. Let's stand. Ooh, he spins just like the War Thunder Spitfire. He loves to do it. Yeah, this is bound to surprise the enemy. That's at least hope I can recover. So the Mustang is still the Mustang. We know this thing. We know how it does. I know my friend I won't recover there. It's much harder to recover from it here compared to War Thunder. Wait. Almost. Okay, I won't die from this. I bet that surprised the enemy, no? Am I the one smoking? Yes, because I'm still in emergency mode. Reduce, combat mode. I increased the RPM and maybe I shouldn't have done it. Let's put it at 87%. I don't control the radiator on this plane, right? No. Unless it's done with... No. No radiator on this. Ooh, we came from the back. I got sniped. This is a stealth attack, perfectly executed. I won't be able to catch him even with the plane damage. I did damage badly, I don't think so. I always spins again. The torque of the plane is terribly powerful. I cannot outrun a German plane, not even in the most remote realms of my imagination. And now I'm heading straight for the ground, which is even worse. Ooh, I saw him in the rearview mirror. Well, I mean, pilots do make mistakes, no? In theory I cannot turn fight, but maybe I can turn fight him. Besides, this is an arcade server, let's play like an arcade. But I hear the engine is giving in. Without the flap, he says, good plan. I think the engine is dying. Sound is bad. Probably damaged something on his pass. Plane, the target is too far away, I cannot engage. Out. Well, I gotta keep to the skies like this. Wait, there's people there. Even down enough for me to try and hit. Come on, I want a kill out of this. I joined the server, don't let me go away without a kill. I don't know if the engine is actually dying. It stays like this, it's not full RPM despite the setting. Still, it's flyable. Here's a possible target. No, out of alignment. Is it really German? Yeah, it looks like a Focke-Wulf to me. Can't tell well because of all the reprojection. Yeah, the FPS is worse. No, it's a Mustang. It looks similar to the Messerschmitt. That was an actual problem in history with this plane. Ooh. I think the engine cannot do anything anymore. It's dying slowly but surely. Let's respawn the quick way. I just jump off the plane. What was the button? Ah, look at this. This comes from the mod also. It lets you see. You can actually set it up to different screens, but I don't remember the key. I cannot jump off. I just crash land, I guess. I mean, the plane is still airworthy. If I was in an actual mission, I would just keep trying, but being an arcade server. Let's take the shortcut. Ah, wait. Whew! That's pretty cool to watch. You cannot do anything else after all. Using even more speed. Wait, maybe they're coming to... Actually, they might come into the range of my guns. I won't give up yet. I'm coming very low, like a stealthy approach. That's an Me-262. Haha! Let's wait for the ground, it seems. Tell you what, open the throttle completely. If you can make it, you can. And the engine is dead. I knew he was dying eventually. No way, my friend, I cannot even take part in the combat. Unless... You never know. We still have some inertia. That's friendly. That disconnected. He was falling to the ground, I bet. Okay. Yeah, you know, Cody, but unluckily I'm out of an engine. They destroyed it. I just land. There's nothing else I can do. Softly, like so. Boo, no. No, well, I'm alive, I mean, it could be worse. Finish mission. I'll do another quick action sortie because I didn't get the kill. Once I get the kill, we go back to the long-winded actual mission. But let's go with the Tempest this time. The famous Hawker Tempest, amazing British plane with a hefty 3000 horsepower engine. This can go faster than the German jet, if you can believe it. It's actually faster than the Scrub. Also, it seems the cockpit of it has a strange greenish tint. It looks a bit like the Spitfire. Actually, it looks a lot like the Spitfire. Do I have to set my RPM here? Actually, yes. And I think I have already added, which works a bit strangely. I think it's set wrong on my side. I can either open it fully or close it fully. I don't think it was like that on the actual plane. But maybe, you know, now that I look at it, the way the lever is shaped, maybe that's actually how it works. You have to be careful here because you can flood the engine if you open the throttle too fast. What is that? Wait, it doesn't seem to work. Okay, it's a jack. It isn't staying in there for long, I think. And this accelerates like crazy. Which are my RPMs? Climb. Good question. Well, I better not fixate on it. There's one coming from behind. They use the padlock view. Of course they find you. Of course they find you. I'm not using it because in VR it's terrible. But they do. I don't know how well this turns actually. Certainly goes faster than him. It should turn well. It's shaped like a Spitfire. We turn like one at least. Oh. Also, you can climb with the engine it has. It's a really shooting. Let's try to surprise him. Ooh. He looks like a good pilot, or at least good enough. Ah, wait, there's another one coming. He will save me, I think. No, he's following another guy. Damn it. Try to close the throttle. Let's see if he passes me. Oh. Never say never. It's crashing. Should I get the kill from it? It was trying to kill me. Is this also an enemy? No, that's a Mustang, and that's an enemy. You're shooting him. Go, 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 maximum speed. I did what I said not to do. I flew the engine with maximum throttle, but still didn't hang up. But I'm damaged. I don't have the power anymore. Cannot tap him. I'm out of the fight. Again and again. Well, maybe not, because they're coming back towards the ground. Let's see. It's already moving. I don't know if it was my doing. I think the climbing speed of this is good enough to do what I'm trying to do. Well, it would be if the engine wasn't damaged, but unfortunately it is. What if I lower the flaps a bit? Yeah, I like it, I like it. No, I like it, I hit it, I like it and I hit it. I think it's going down, honestly. Maybe. Just maybe, no, just my luck. The Mustang is also following him. Did he turn on these lights? Standing on the lights just so to show his position better. But I lack the power to chase him. The engine is too damaged. Unlike that other guy's engine. Well, hit him already, I mean. That looked American too. Ooh, there was another one. Okay, well, at least this time we won't be limping to hell and back. I just go straight into the ground. Okay, let's go back to a full server. I guess I'm not having luck here today. I want to do a real mission. Something with a bit more context and logic, meaning. Ooh, 46 people. Look at that. It's half full, basically. A lot of people. Nice, nice. Unless it hangs again, but I don't think so. There are 40 people online. Why should it hang only for me? It's starting. Starting. Did the friend come online? No. Well, I guess now we're not playing with the friend. It's better to go to the desktop overlay in VR when this game is loading, because otherwise it gives you a strange crossed-eye image. It looks like a stereogram basically, and really hurts your eyes. You always activate desktop mode while loading. I want to go allies, but let's check the... Yeah. I mean, in general, people like to fly the Germans more for some reason. I actually like the allies playing much more. What do we have here? Oh, the Spitfire. Why don't we go with the Spitfire? Let's also check here first. Yeah, I guess I'll pick the Spitfire. This is the earlier version, I think. The Spitfire Mark 5B. Let's look at its setup. Yeah, you can only pick a different version of the engine. That is the one better for low altitude combat. Let's pick it because most combat in flight video games is low altitude. And the competency is okay. Okay, start. Engine management in this, actually I don't know that much. But it seems to have just a radiator. You don't set the RPM or anything else. You don't have a booster. Yeah. The big lever here controls the radiator. And the RPM, no, you actually can increase the RPM. But that's it, I guess. Yeah. Start the engine. Close the canopy first rather than later, so I don't forget it. And the brake is achieved with the lever on the stick, not the differential pedals. Starting. The wheel broken. What do you mean? The wheel broken. Why isn't it starting? Maybe I should have increased the RPM. Well, I'll have to try again. What the fuck? Mixture. The mixture was at 0. Despite the fact that it wasn't at 0. I always have to check it. It's a problem of calibration. It's not starting yet, right? Everyone is starting without me. Come on. First engine start. Mix 100%. RPM 100%. I'll open also the throttle because it seems to help with certain Russian planes. Maybe it will also here. This is the Russian Spitfire, by the way. Look at the star. Come on, come on. Yeah, look at it, Spitfire. Quite how the name would imply. First engine boosted mode. Ah, the boost is automatic from the Spitfire, of course. When you increase the throttle, the boost kicks in. Let's go. I'll put 20% of radiator to begin with. Lower also the flaps just a bit. They're not lowering, they're only released. Okay, reflect them. I'm in there. Reflect big, yeah. Oh, Spitfire isn't the fastest plane in principle, huh? It can go fast, but not as fast as some German or American models. What do I see already? It's another plane like mine. I will go with him. No, it's not a Spitfire. It looks like one. It has big wings, I don't know. Then it's a Sturmovik, I guess. Such big wings. I mean, boosted mode. I don't want to go boosted mode while en route. Presumably will disable if I close the RPM a little. Combat mode. You have to go continuous, I bet. Yeah, and the boost disables. 70 throttle, 54 RPM. So the meaning for altitude here, that's the rate of climb. Is that, I bet. Already 2000? Doesn't feel like it. Well, actually, yeah, because there aren't many frame of reference here, but it's quite clear that I'm up high already. Now coming to 3000. It feels higher when you're at 3000 in War Thunder. Here it doesn't feel as high. Maybe that's the reason people tend to fly even lower in this game. I see absolute nothingness to the very farthest reach. We're in the Caucasus, by the way. This is the third map. What was its name? Kuban, Operation Kuban. I wonder what it means in Russian. No, don't go combat mode, man. Okay, like this. I see Opel Blitz truck destroyed. Enemy tank column 1024 destroyed. 1024 it says. Enemy, so it should be the blue one, I bet. But presumably it's been removed already from the map because I don't see it. Everyone communicates in Russian, as always. Nothing wherever the eye stretches, I see nothing at all. This is an even bigger map, I'm afraid. No, there's nothing on the horizon. We're in the interior part of the landmass, by the way. I hear something. I see something. Yes. Now I can see something. Towards the lakes. It's disappeared, but I saw a glint, a shimmer. It was whitish. I bet you've seen it also. Here it is.
the lack of communication tools really hampers the experience because all we have is a chat and people chat in Russian even. So it's maybe even down to luck if you can find the enemy or not. What's our altitude, by the way? Over 4,000 even. I didn't feel that high. Doesn't give you a feeling of altitude that is quite surrealistic. Well, I guess it's enough. I mean, let's stabilize. I use the auto level. I'm heading for the tanks and the warehouse past of it. That's the city where the tanks are, actually, yes. Fedorovskoye. Cannot see the tanks, nor any enemy trying to attack it. Ah, wait, there's something there. Yes, Russian. I mean, German. It's being chased by a Russian, probably. Sorry for the jerkiness. I bet it's jerking like crazy in the stream. Cannot do much about it. If I close one eye, I see even clearer. It's like using a scope, basically, which is what I'm doing. And I thought he had shot down the German, but now I'm not quite so sure. I start to reorient myself. And they've disappeared completely. No, here they are, I see them. Here you are. One and two. Still in there. Didn't manage to shoot it down. Maybe I will. No, wait a second, disappear. Then I guess he crashed. And he's there. Our friend and culprit. What is this? Russian. I saw the red star. Chasing another one, but is everyone on the German side frying hankets today? What is this? I guess it's in season. Combat mode. Well, I can go combat mode now, no? I'm chasing a guy. But he will get him way earlier than me. I'll probably kill him. Increase the RPM a bit, no? And also when the radar 40%. I think he killed him, I see smoke. No, maybe that's not smoke. They see something there. No, apparently there's nothing. That's him, I think. The guy that killed the hanker, yeah. Well, it's got yellow tip of the wings. You know what? Could be German. Oh damn it, don't black out like this. They really went overboard with the blackout. Don't tell me I'm going to crash. It's not recovering. What the fuck happened? You came to your senses. Wait. Woo! That was close. My god, you have to be really careful here. I almost died because of it. They came really close. They're fighting. They're meeting one in front of the other. And I think that was German. Let's try to get him. My god, I came almost to the tip of the trees. What the heck am I looking at? It's the German big plane. Yes. Let's try not to crash into it this time also. Maximum speed of the Spitfire. Isn't it a Pier 2? That looks like a Pier 2. But he's shooting me. No, it's not a Pier 2. It's also dead apparently. Not so sure. Give it a little greeting. More formal maybe. It looked like a Pier 2 for a minute, but it didn't. And there you go, I guess. That should be enough. No. How hardy they built you. But he cannot turn fight a Spitfire, man. Not in that team. Oh, you fall already. And I did something stupid because that guy wasn't returning to base. To expose myself like this is really asking for trouble. I'm also out of cannons. Are you fucking... Okay. No. I actually hit the trees in the end. Haha, I actually hit the trees in the end. Did I kill him? Good question, I guess. Really shook it off like nothing. LFS Skeptic destroyed Zarlok. Why did Zarlok destroy him? That's the death. Yeah. What happened? It happened that I have to respawn. Finish spectate. Well, we now discover how powerful the rear turret is on that thing. And also, dare I say it, the lack of firepower of the Spitfire, at least the version you have here, was quite surprisingly ineffective. Maybe I'll get the kill in the end. I don't think it's returning to base. It was leaking from both engines. We'll see. We'll see. It's up in the air, so to say. Checking it again. No, but I'm going with a Russian plane this time. It was disappointing, to say the least. What did I shoot in? My entire amount of ammo for the cannon, and yet I didn't fall. Probably also reach the target easier in this plane. And we're off. Well, we would be off if the mixture actually was at 100%, but now I know what the problem is. And so we're actually off. I bet we will also reach the target easier. I think it's the last time I tried to use that Spitfire in Sturmovik. It was quite disappointing, to say the least. Initiating climb, already 1000, well no. I think it's 500-600. Unfortunately the artillery is partially covered by the chat box, but that can't be up. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to read your comments. Someone is destroying the fuel storage. The fuel storage should be part of the airfield, I guess. Let's see if I got the kill in the end. No! Huh. 11:05 out of fuel. Someone is out of fuel and it tells me for some reason. I'll go towards the same area since it had a lot of action. Already. Closing throttle, opening radiator. Okay, friendly returning to base. What is it really? I better check it well. Okay, turned on its lights. That's to signal me, I presume. It's the moments, you see. It's the moments that really draw you in. Even this chance meeting that plays like this. It puts you into the plane. In War Thunder you're constantly taking off and shooting, much more so. But there aren't these more true to life aviation moments, like meeting a friend and he turns on his lights. I mean, in principle you could do it, but no one does it. Because it's so easier to understand if it's friend or foe because of the labels on top of the plane, no? There's always value in a major realism when you're trying to reproduce truth, like you do in simulators. And you also have a button for turning on the lights on the joystick, by the way. Should be this one. Yeah, landing lights, here they are. Better to keep them off, unless I want to be spotted by the enemy more easily. What is that? Oh, a friend returning. Oh, I lost it. And there's action there. There's action there, yeah. I saw two planes. That's the direction of the tanks, of course. They're fighting above the tanks, same as before. Let's climb to 2500. One, two, usual anchor. Another thing there, three planes. I point straight at the anchor. But the thing has a scary turret. Scary indeed. They got the kill in the end. No. Mamma mia. He shook it off like nothing. But now we're flying an actual good plane. Tracers, I think. I think I'm looking at the anchor. Seems faster than me. Check out that thing also. We're not even 2000 though, that's not enough. Maybe I was more careful than needed. Planes meeting, one flying above the other. That's the city where the tanks are. Fedoroboskie. And I guess I better climb even more. I don't feel safe. Strange enough, I wonder why. Finally 2500. Now they're behind the cloud, I think. That's cool, they will hide my approach. Presuming indeed an enemy is among the group. No one is currently engaging the tanks. Ah, I see a possible target. Wait, I saw it only for a second. A fleeting instant. I think it's gone under the cloud. Reducing drag and close the radiator just a bit. Now we're heading actually away from the objective. It's strange, but I saw a plane. It looked brownish. It's pointing for the warehouse, probably. It was below me. A very inviting target, to tell you the truth. If I can find him again. Now we're between the warehouse of the enemy and our own warehouse. I have to check the 6 from time to time. Yesterday I paid dearly for not doing it. Where did you go? Where did you... It's like a battle royale sometimes when you're looking for the last players. Actually we have 40 players in the match, but this map is huge, even more so than the other. And I guess I lost that target. That's just the truth of it. How's my fuel, by the way? Still good. Okay. There's one coming. Oh hell. Coming straight. It's a twin engine. It's the Met-262. It's the jet. I think. I'll have to lower him low. Spiral descending. And not black out. Don't black out. Don't black out. Came out of nowhere. It's the Met-262. I don't think I can fight it. Only thing I can do better than him probably is turn. So let's keep turning. Still behind though. Still behind because of the additional energy it does. I'll cut the throttle a bit, I cannot outrun in any case. Maybe shoot me, but luckily he missed. No, it's not the Met-262. The engines are different. The same as before. And luckily he completely surprised me. And that's it. Ah, today is not my day. I managed to see him a second before it was too late. God damn it. So that he can also turn well. Sturmovik has been killed by one. It doesn't tell me. Wait, if I open the chat box. Ah, he has Bombardier, the one I killed in the previous match. The one I killed, he took his revenge. Okay. Finish spectate. I take off from the other airfield. I'm keeping the lag. Lag is our friend. Let's hope lag won't be our enemy. Also. Yes, Bombardiere. That's an Italian player, by the way. Bombardiere. So what was he flying? Does he tell me? No, I don't think so, because he's in the enemy team. That should be an ankle, I think. No, it doesn't tell me. 2 dots. Okay. Ignition. Canopy. RPM. Throttle. And go. Ah, the mixer here also. I can see the pilots in the other planes due to the low details. That's really necessary when you're playing in VR and also streaming. And now we're taking off closer to the coast. There is a close by target. Also it will be more interesting, I think, to fly above the coast. Let's see if indeed that is true. Okay, be careful with the torque of this thing. And no! I broke the wing. Oh, what a stupid thing to do. And not to retake off again. I broke the wing. Sorry guys. It's always hard to do. Where's the lag? Lag. I want to cry. I broke the wing of the brand new LA3. Good thing it takes off in a second. Oh, look at this. Well, that's a good landing. So we got to see something cool. Maybe also if you remove yourself from the track, from the runway, no? Okay, he did. Almost like he was hearing me. Okay, don't overdo it with RPM, or I'll do the same. Yeah, if you brake it turns better. I think it actually has differential brake that is activated by the rudder. That's the reason it turns so much better when you're braking. Okay, it seems the team is having better luck on this side. We even saw a ground attacker coming back to base, so presumably we have a better air superiority compared to the hellish situation on the other side. Maybe here we can be of use to the team. Our warehouse is under attack, okay, so I was right in thinking the warehouse would have been under attack, but now I'm on the other side of the entire Caucasus, so it's not like I can assist. Look how you can spot the planes. That's a nice 16. It looks like a lag or a MiG. No, I rest my case. Let's go, let's go. I followed the coast this time. This part of the map is also more interesting visually. Look at the mountains and so on. Okay, that's something. Lost it, but there was a possible target. No, maybe I saw the road, I don't know, I'm not sure. I count to 2500 as usual. Don't overheat the engine, please, now. Still overheating. They're destroying the airfield ammo dump. Ah, that's more to the right of my position. Well, of my heading, more like. I'll change route. I think it's bound to be more interesting. I'm not flying an attacker. Therefore, what's the meaning of going towards the enemy objective? Unless I'm escorting someone. And at the moment, I'm not. Even though there was a ground attacker taking off. Let's take a look at it. only people actually communicated. Yeah, he's having his lights on. I think he's being escorted by that guy. That's what it looks like. I'll keep heading towards the other direction. I can always come back if I see them make progress faster than me. I was going to say, these maps look similar to the one from DCS, but now that I think, this is the actual same map from DCS, isn't it? Isn't it? This is the Caucasus, right? Yeah, it's the northernmost part of the DCS map. You can barely see that part, the one on top. It's clearly visible that it's the same place. The city should be smaller, but it's not like you gonna take notice from up here. Not it on the horizon. Hi Simon. Basically it's all to the minimum. It's all to the minimum except for the horizon distance, which I set medium. Unfortunately, while streaming you can do nothing else. Also, since I'm using the index and I can set my refresh rate, I set it to the minimum also, 80 Hz. So I'm doing, as you can see here, 50-60 frames per second. That is good enough. It's good enough because thanks to reprojection you only need to do the half of your total hertz, no? I bet you know about it if you're asking. And that's it. If I were not streaming it would run perfectly. While streaming it's still not perfect, but still very playable. And one important thing when you're playing single player, not here because we're in multiplayer, you have no problems, is to disable the HUD. The single player HUD for some reason completely kills the performance of the game. In a way like you wouldn't believe. It's almost 20 frames per second less with that activated. So you actually have a button on the joystick to turn it on and off, and also for the labels that here we cannot use. And I constantly glance at it, then I disable it again because that completely kills your performance. For the rest, it's everything set to the minimum, except also for resolution. Yes, that resolution scaling thing that the game employs, I'm not using it. Today I also installed the 3D Migodo mod. I don't know if you know it. It's actually very useful in VR. I recommend it. You can find it on the game's official forum. And it's named 3D Migodo. That's the name. Lets you zoom, you see, like people with track ER basically, because for some reason VR players tend to be considered second class and we never get the same optimizations unless someone comes and mods them into the game, and luckily someone did. If you don't zoom like this in VR, you cannot identify anything. Even like this it's difficult. Okay, what are we looking at? What are we looking at? It's not like there are so many planes to choose from on this map. And to me it looks like the usual one. The same that killed me previously. Unless it's a P2, but I don't think so. It's a bit sickening, I mean nauseating to use the level of zoom. You have to really think about it, don't constantly stay with it. Because it creates a disconnection between the movement of your head and what you actually see. Now I can take it pretty well, I'm used to it. Unlike what happens when I try to play bombers, that's sickening for me also. Each game in VR has its challenges, you have to really get used to it. That's the Henkel, isn't it? I'm closing one eye. Yeah, against the trees it's almost impossible. Increase speed. Maximum speed. Oh, wait, I don't want to approach like this. To go flat over it. It's going to kill me with the rear gun turret again. And of course I lost it. Because it's realistic. I mean, in the end it is realistic. No, it's a Sturmovik. Well, good thing I didn't fire on it. Friendly, I guess we're now doing the escort mission after all. What is he going to attack? Ah, we're close to the enemy airfield. But they also carry the rockets. I wish I could easily check. There's no external view here. The Sturmovik is strafing the target. Or is he being attacked? No, he's being attacked. Being attacked by a German and now he's coming for me. Let's try not to mess up again. In theory I have more energy. He's already attacked and he's in a town. Let's try to get a nice kill. Come on. I lost it. Here it is. Still chasing the Sturmovik. It will take him more than one pass. These things are hard. It's damaged it, but it's not going down yet. It's the usual Messerschmitt. Now coming for me. I hope this airfield doesn't have anti-air. Could be problematic, to say the least, if it does. Oh, I better not hit the Sturmovik. And unluckily he hit the Sturmovik. But I think he's going to pay for it. He's going to pay. Yeah, we avenge our Nakama. But unfortunately it was too late. Ah, finally a nice kill in the full mission. Come on, there is still hope for this warbird. Should still have some ammo. So I'll check if I have rockets in the easiest way. Can I shoot rockets? No, I don't have them. And what about the bombs? Neither. That was the easiest way to check, no? Just to press the button. But I didn't have them, so now we know. Sorry Sturmovik, I couldn't save you. There's another one coming. I lost it. It's being shot at by the ground artillery though, so it's presumably a friend. Oh, let's see it, to tell you the truth. So there is a ground artillery, and I think... no, for a second I thought I saw him on the ground. And I think... ah no, it's just a crater. No, I'm not going to strafe anything, because it would be stupid. They have anti-air. I don't have anti-ground weapons. It wouldn't be fair for me. Let's just vulture this place. It seems enemies pass by. And also there was another ground attacker coming. Maybe I can try to save him at least. That was a nice clean kill, no? Finally. Maybe if I see... are there parked planes? Actually there are. Because these are easy to kill even while strafing. Maybe just one pass. The point is that if I waste ammo, we lose the opportunity to get in some more action. If I have to go and resupply, it will be even more boring. Actually, someone is doing just that. Hey, look at the fire from the ground. It's so damn hard to see things. But I do sort of see him. No, I'll just stay high, cover him. I think he's gonna need the cover, because probably he will be damaged when he's done with the base. Judging by the amount of fire. That's a flare, I think. Yeah, it's the base calling for assistance. He destroyed the packet planes. So he is actually achieving something. Here he's coming back. Quite a daring pilot, huh? What is that? No, it's the packet plane, okay. Maybe just a little pass on the packet planes, come on. It's not being shot in that position, so... in theory, it should be safer. Oh, these are already damaged too. That seems... destroyable. I think I missed. This is a harder to use aiming sight compared to what we have in War Thunder. You have to really be careful about what you do. And I think I missed it. Yeah, still. Wall. What do you say? Maybe another pass? I should try not to use the zoom at the last moment, it really threw me off. And the problem is that the reflex is very thinly visible and therefore hard to use. Especially during a ground run. It's not real anti-air artillery though, it's more like machine guns, because otherwise they would be shooting me at this altitude, but they don't. I wonder if it counts for a plane kill when you kill one at his park. Maybe it does. This one is not destroyed yet. No, it is. And actually they're all destroyed, I think. The possible exception of the one on the other side. Ah, these ones. No, all destroyed. Actually, 2 pieces. Ooh! It's the ground artillery? Oh shit. Oh, I'm afraid not. I'm afraid I've been shot at by a guy. I exposed myself in such a stupid manner. Yeah, it surprised me while I was doing that. Didn't even shoot the thing on the ground. In the end. But look at this. 2 kills. I saw the bomber fell in the end, actually. Yes, because otherwise... No, I have... Is it possible? 2... No, that's the score. Okay, and the kills. 1 kill. Okay, no, makes more sense. The bomber, I didn't get. Finish spectate. This side is more interesting, I think. I will take off again from here. Shall we go for the Ira Cobra? Why not? Why not? The base is also under attack, by the way. This is another American plane. Different gun. Well, more ammo, I think, would be... One thing you have to really watch out for this plane is never increase the throttle suddenly. It breaks the engine instantly. Even if it's completely cool. Very dangerous to use. I hope I don't fuck up. No one uses it. And I don't wonder why, I know very well why. I want to risk it. So, the radiator is here. No RPM controller? Is it possible? I think the RPM is automatic then. Okay, start this thing. What's it doing? Magneto 1-2, inertial starter flywheel engage. It's a more advanced plane, you can tell from the cockpit, it has more instruments in it. And it's heavily armed, but it's not very fast. It turns well for what it is, but it's not very fast as a plane. The gun sight has... Come on, the gun sight is better in my opinion on this. It has a bit more contrast. It has shitty contrast nonetheless, but it's better than the other one. And increase slowly. Already it's emergency. You see also how it is. You go 80%, already it goes into emergency mode. It's a difficult engine to use. I hope I don't break it. It has happened to me several times actually. No, we're still in combat mode, and I'm what? 70%. There must be something, I don't know. I read the technical specification while we are en route to the target. Ooh, I'm stalling. Not because you also stall if you don't go into combat mode while climbing, so you have to keep combat mode while climbing. The base seems to be under attack, by the way. There must be something I'm missing about this plane's use. There's no booster lever, no. You're meant to stay... What is that? Friend, okay. You're meant to stay in combat mode, I think, until you're at altitude, because otherwise you stop. Stunning in a very strange manner. Did he see the enemy? You normally don't turn like this while climbing. He's heading towards the other base, it seems. What's my airspeed? Not even 150. It's just strange plane. You cannot control the... No, you can control the RPM, but they were almost full. So maybe reduce the RPM and increase the throttle. What do you have to tell you? Emergency mode. And what the hell? Hey, you have to stay in combat. There's no other way. It's weak. It's got a weak engine. I don't know. Patch the engine coolant temporary. It seems cool enough. I wonder where the instrument for it is situated. Don't use combat engine en route. Well, stabilize this blasted thing. Engine overheat. Oh god. Wait. I stabilized the plane and read the specifications immediately, lest I want to crash into the Caucasus. I knew I shouldn't have picked it. I had this experience also previously. Auto level. Okay. High speed, maximum low, maximum true. High speed, service ceiling, performance time. Takeoff speed 150 km per hour. Landing speed 155. Engine maximum power in takeoff mode at sea level. Okay, this is the power. No, the engine mode is what I want. Nominal is 2600 RPM. Where is the RPM indicator? Huh, good question. Also, it's probably covered by... yeah. It's covered by the chat window, damn it. Let's try to move the chat window. Not here, what am I doing? It's here. Ooh, I disengaged. Wait. I disengaged the autopilot. That's not good. And... stable. Yes. What do I have to do? No, it's not stable. To alt-tab out of this game already is dangerous. You need to understand what the situation is. It's auto-leveling. Okay, didn't look like it. It's auto-leveling. And now I reload. But as soon as I alt-tab, it loses the auto-level. Then I cannot do it. There's someone damaged there. I also clicked out of the window. And now where is the mouse cursor? Good question. When I move the mouse cursor, the sound changes. There's something strange here. What the hell are you doing? Game. No, I cannot move that window. Okay, we won't do it. So it's boosted. I mean, how can it be not boosted? Already like this, it's only 150 km per hour. I keep reading the specification. Single gear, so it's not it. Operation failure. War emergency power mode. Send the mixture control to full reach. Maybe the mixture is too high. Let's lower the mixture a bit. Unit keeper, automatic mixture control. Maintains optimal mixture if mixture level is set at auto reach 66% position. That's something I better do. Well, to hit 66 exactly. Apparently I did. So if an enemy comes while I'm fiddling with the controls, I will look very stupid. And in fact it did. And in fact I called him. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Ooh. First engine damage. And the engine died. Okay, now realistically I would glide back to base if possible, and then I would probably restart, but more likely crash into the water or something. Let's just play some dogfighting. I'm almost done in any case. We can look for some action before I finish. Berlage. And the friend from Norway never came online, by the way. I was hoping to play with him. Yeah, because this is a better game if you play together with others, I think. Alone it's a bit so and so. There's much waiting involved. So if you're speaking with someone, it's much better. But apparently he had something else to do. That's the problem. The community is so small. The moment I started streaming War Thunder already, I had many people to play with. But here it's different. You don't seem to meet them. I want to try the Mustang again. Let's go. Just quick action. Looking for fun. Combat mode is okay, I guess. Probably I should put the engine control axis on the side of the throttle, it makes more sense. But I don't think I have enough buttons. Why am I so low compared to them? It started me very low. Ice mode window, huh? That's what I would say. Even though I'm in continuous mode, I honestly don't understand why. Damn it, I'm so low. Ah, the padlocking found an enemy. An enemy below me, it seems. Well, padlocking is convenient, unrealistic, but... Ooh. His damage. I will prey upon him. Missed it. The damage as you are, can you really do that climb? In fact, he couldn't. Don't do the maneuvers you cannot complete, man. It doesn't tell. But that's a Russian plane, isn't it? He was firing me. Looks Russian to me. Yeah, I know, man. I'm sorry. You were the first. No, it's German. Never mind. It's actually German. Then why are you turning on the... It looked Russian because of the camo, but I saw the Iron Cross. I think you're going to take a bath soon. No, actually, why are you keeping the lights on? It's red underneath, that's the coolest thing. Ha! Why is that? Doesn't make sense. What sort of livery is that? It's red underneath. You fucking die. And now you're dead, what the hell? Must be customized. It's Charles Navel, we shot down Charles Navel, the famous anti-hero of the Gundam series. Politics is the Red Baron, more simply. And here's the rest of the game. In any case, have you seen how the Aira Cobra is? It's terrible, I don't know, I never managed to use that plane properly. Every time I take it out of the hangar, it's like that. You start the climb, but already the engine is overheating. There must be something I haven't understood about that plane. Because I read people really enjoy using it. So what am I missing? What am I missing indeed? No idea. I'm also too low. Why am I hearing Ah, yeah, combat mod. Combat. Tracers! Extend. No, and he spins like the Mustang always like to do. But I recover. This is a very tricky plane to fly. It does the same in War Thunder, even with the simpler model, flight model of the game. That seems right. No, it doesn't look German. That's a Focke-Wulf, right? Some crazy maneuvering. But the smoke is coming out. I don't know if I hit him actually. No, I'm much too slow. Why am I so slow? Extend. Maybe don't go into emergency mode unless you want to break the plane. The sound of the engine isn't very convincing. It doesn't sound like this in War Thunder. Here it comes again. I'm still behind. But I'm doing tough fighting in a Mustang. What do I expect? What do I expect indeed? And it spins again. I think I can recover from it. Yeah. So I don't know why, but my entire chair moved closer to the printer, and now it's hampering the use of the stick. I think I lost him somehow, but it's such a mess in this kind of scenario. Yeah, it constantly happens. Maybe this is here not the same guy. It's the guy that they killed earlier, actually, the one with the half-red plane. And he spins again, but I manage. Look at him, he really wants a piece of me. I wonder why. You didn't like me to shoot your nice half-red plane, did you? Maybe I'll do it again even. This was the craziest maneuver. Did I hit him? Well, it doesn't seem too well off. It's smoke. Ooh, there's another one. My god. What a mess. Is that team really? Who knows? Imagine if wars really played like this. Maybe sometimes they do play out like this. And the situation's really extreme. Emergency mode. No, don't go emergency. I don't like to go emergency mode. It's always risky. Just confirming my idea. Shoot. Shoot. I think you're dead. You're dead, man. How can you be not dead? Finish him. Mortal Kombat boys. Suck his soul. He disconnected. He wasn't liking it. Too cute. Honestly, I don't know. No, it's Russian, okay. It's a friend. No, actually, it was American. I don't know, it wasn't in any case German. Gain some altitude back. Speed 5. It's the jack, okay. It's nice practice also for War Thunder, now you learn to tell the planes apart. Where is everyone? Let's use the padlock. Oh, nice. We just no, it's hopeless like this. I cannot control the radiator on this plane though. There must be a different button. That's not good, I bet. Unless engine management is automatic on the server, but I don't think so. I know I set my RPM previously. Maybe it's got an automatic radiator. Seems a bit too technological for an American plane. I'm not going to catch like that, even if it seems damaged. I'm even sure it's an enemy. Let's point at something easier. And actually we are, because the padlock view tells us so. That's the only reason we are. I guess it's coming to boom and zoom me very soon. I would if I were you. It's got the advantage from any point of view. Come on. What is that? American. Jack. Now we're 3 on 1. It's faster. It's a faster thing. I don't know what it is. It's a Messerschmitt, right? I guess I'll get him eventually though. Oh, he's following the other guy. Ooh, Spitfire from before? Or was it a Tempest? That's, I don't know. Come on, this is my chance. I bet I die faster. What the heck? Did he disconnect? He's appeared. No, that's unfair. I think he disconnected. And looks like blacked out. I could see it very clearly and then I couldn't see it anymore. To me that's illogical, but let's not dwell and see what else can I find. I don't know. It's the Jack. Everyone's flying a Jacket today. Fired upon. Here's the Focke-Wulf. No, this is American. Then he's firing on the enemy. Yes, yes, yes. He also got the kill. Good kill, man. It's become a bit harder. Originally, you only had to tell apart Russian and German planes. Now, there's a lot of stuff extra. What am I looking at? What am I spinning? Ah! Don't be such a Mustang. No! Well, it spun very well, eh? That's quite a spin. Almost acrobatics. I swear, the Mustang. You can never trust the Mustang to fly straight. I wish more servers online had this plane. I would love to play it in a full-fledged mission. And unfortunately, it's either single player or this, if you want to fly all the planes. Why is he playing with this? Christmas is over, man. There's too high compared to me. Let's start a climb. I will also use the padlock, because everyone does. I'm smoking, by the way, and only now noticing, and I wonder why. I hope because I was hit, not because I had something wrong in the engine management, also because I apparently cannot control the radiator. That's bound to kill me eventually. I can reduce the RPM but not control the radiator, I don't know why. Here you come, huh? I lack the power though. Okay, it's coming back. Let's see we have there. Something easier maybe. I should really check the manual of this plane. It's impossible that you don't control the radiator, there must be a button. Maybe, did I set it here? No. It's anyone's guess. That's the jug. This is something small. But no one is flying the Russians anymore. Apparently now it's either American, British or German. And that's in German, I guess. By means of exclusion. Jug. Wait, he's coming towards me. The engine lacks power. It's smoking. Yeah, there's something wrong with the engine. Let me check the specification 1 sec. The operation notes, most of all. Automatic governor on the manifold pressure, 2-stage mechanical supercharger, automatic fuel mixture, engine RPM as automatic governor. The water and oil radiator shutters are operated automatically, but there is a manual mode. No, then it should be automatic. And of course, while I read the manual. Well, a rather inglorious ending, I guess, but also I'm almost out of time, so the stream was, in any case, more or less over. Let's do the same thing that guy did to me. Disconnect while it's being under fire. So, guys, thank you for watching. It was fun. It was certainly something. It's a much more difficult game, but I think today finally we managed to have fun with it. Personally, I did, thanks to the new settings that improve the visibility. Like this, it's something I can stream. I want to leave multiplayer, absolutely. The single player missions are too long. But to play like this, it could be a streamable game. Let me also know your thoughts. Probably tomorrow morning, if I can stream, which I'm not sure of, but if I can stream, I'll go back to War Thunder, because I haven't played in some days, and I'm starting to miss it. But I think in the afternoon I might come back to this. Ideally, I should play with someone else. If someone of you want to play with me, it would be my honor. And as always, thank you for watching till the end. Subscribe the page if you enjoyed. Have fun. Ciao from Italy. Bye bye.